How to celebrate Guru Purnima? Yes, on 5th of July is a Guru Purnima this year in 2020. So worldwide people are discovering what is Guru Purnima. Well, gurus, these are Indian words, and Guru simply means an expert, a domain expert, somebody who knows everything about that specific domain. And Purnima means total, complete and full. That's Purnima. And an indicator of something total, full and complete is a full moon. And therefore, Guru Purnima falls on a full moon day or night. And Guru means an expert who has a mastery over a subject, a specific subject, and a person who has a mastery over it. He knows every detail about it. So what is detail? You know that you have a transactionary world, a world where you transact with others. You transact with yourself. You transact with your mind. It's a transaction. When I'm talking to you, you are listening to me. It's a transaction because I am persuading you on a subject that you have no mastery over. So when you go to purchase something from a shop, that's a transaction. A shopkeeper is selling something to you and you are a unit of transaction is the money involved, the payment. And then when you procure the product, the transaction is complete. It could be home delivery, it could be from e-commerce. So whenever you have a purchase and sale, that's a transaction. So you have a dimension of transaction, and then you have a dimension of what you need to get. Now, what you need to get is your desire, your want, your wish, your necessity in your mind. But only when action comes, it is a transaction. So the dimension of transaction, when action comes, the dynamics are different. The logistics are different. The method, the feature, the characteristic, and the behavior of action is different from the source of the action, which is a thought in you, which is a want, maybe an emotion, maybe necessity, maybe your inferences, your psychology, but that's not an action yet. And beyond that, there is a null and void. So it's a full circle, right? To understand what is dimension one, full and void. It's not null and void, it's full and void. It's void, but it's full of something. And then it comes down to your thought, your psychology, your wish, your want, your desires. Now you're transacting with your desire because you can choose to delete your desire without converting your desire into action. Therefore, it's a transaction with your desires, with your thought process. You are transacting. What of your thoughts should you express? What of your thoughts should you censor? What of your thoughts you should edit before you express it? So that's a transaction happening. And then the action itself, that's maybe a fourth dimension. The action itself has features, characteristics, tendencies, and behavior. And so has your thought process when you transact with your thought process. And procuring of the goods and services that can give you comfort, privilege, that can give you conveniences, that's also a transaction. So that's one level. Another level is when you transact with your thoughts. And then a third level, when you transact with null and void. And fourth dimension is when you have a full and void. So a Purnima is full and void. It's void, it's nothingness, yet it is total, it is complete and is full. And just below that is null and void, which is void, but there is an emptiness. There's an emptiness that you want to complete it. something should fill it up, and then it comes down to further thought process where to get completion you have to procure something. You need to get dignity, you need to get recognition, you need to get exposure, you want to see things, you want to understand things, you are curious, you are interested, you are eager. So that is a drive to then procure the things that you want to complete yourself. That's another transaction, level 4. So a full circle is Purnima. An expert of the full circle is a guru. So therefore, Guru Purnima. So you celebrate it. How to celebrate it? Well, there are a lot of rituals, and I'm not going to the detail of festivities because festivities are just markers, indicators, some tangibility to your sentiment, which is common to all the people on earth. Everything needs they peg a date, they peg a time, they peg into it a mannerism or a ritualistic expression so that it is recorded, registered that this is how this culture, this tradition, this heritage used to remember this specific event called Guru Purnima or whichever event it is. So the full circle of the expertise and the mastery of details to the ethereality. So when you say null and void is closer to ethereality, and the other is very close to the procurement of goods and services by paying money or amassing your wealth or accumulating multiple comforts and multiple conveniences and privileges or socializing or transacting. And that is very tangible, very manifested, but not ethereal. So in ethereality, there is a pulsation. In an ethereality, there is a pulsation that you need a certification in graduation from a college, maybe in expertise of a information technology language. That's a pulsation in ethereality. And a procurement of it, working towards it, putting effort and exertion towards that procurement of the certification of that specific talent, the specific skill, the specific craft which you want to know it, so that you get a job, so that you make a career. Now, the mannerisms, the feature characteristics of the education, now that is very tangible, that is manifesting, and that is very different from ethereality. So even a thought in you, the drive in you, the surge and the urge to procure that education is a subtle manifestation, a subtle tangibility. It has a shape, it can be recognized. But when you go a little above that, which is null and void, it is closer to ethereality, where it is more spacey, more skyward, which is not rock solid tangible, which is not rigid. And just a level above that is full and void. And that is the full circle. That is a little above ethereality as well. And now that is Guru Purnima. The expert, who has a mastery of all the levels, who is complete, full and total. So therefore Guru Purnima. So how to understand this description? How to comprehend this description? So in one level, to get a mastery over information technology language or a specific craft, you need to educate yourself in narrow channels that guides you, that handholds you through that specific, particular, that prescribed circuit with accuracy. You may experience some kind of confinement and regulations because it is bound by severe disciplines, maybe disciplines of yoga, maybe disciplines of vegetarian food, maybe disciplines of fasting at times, and very, very strong frames and boundaries may be visible to you. But the expert, who has a mastery over the details, has constructed this very carefully constructed and organized this channel, this prescribed route. So in that nothing looks spontaneous. everything looks very defined, everything looks very articulated, everything looks very calculated and calibrated. It is a specific channel, it's a specific route. But in ethereality, it seems very spontaneous. The pulsation looks very spontaneous. It is just a pulsation. Oh, I want education. Now, what kind of education? That's not a pulsation. What kind of career? That's not a pulsation, but a career. Yeah. I want to express myself. How do you want to express yourself? To what kind of language? To what kind of mannerisms? To what kind of behavior? To what kind of technique you want to express yourself? Now, that is not ethereality. That's calculated. That's defined. That needs narrow channels. And therefore discipline. Therefore a method. So you need to, it's a method of withdrawal and indulgence. Withdrawal and indulgence. For example, you get a beautiful thing that you want to procure. It's very attractive to you. It is luring you. You are tempted. So you need to indulge and then yet withdraw. That is why there is a word called fasting. You see people fast during a month in some communities because they have to observe how to withdraw, because without withdrawal from the manifested, after indulgence, without withdrawal from the tangible, after indulgence, without withdrawal, without the technique of withdrawal, without the strength to reject that what is capturing you, because that's luring you, you're tempted. So without the strength, stamina to reject that what is attracting you, you will not be able to do fasting. Because you will be too much captured into the indulgence. So somebody has to teach you, now you do fasting. So you know the pain of rejecting that what's attracting to you. And you need to endure the pain. So that fasting. So some people celebrate during Guru Purnima by fasting. And they need an alternative indulgence which is equally tempting, equally refined, equally sophisticated, colorful, and therefore meditations, and therefore breathing techniques, and therefore wisdom, to learn wisdom of how this mind is working. So how to celebrate Guru Purnima? With some fasting, with some worship, with some prayers, with some things that makes your ethereality very colorful. So you do not feel left out of your indulgences because it is more sophisticated, more refined, more subtle and more potent dimension of indulgence. So you withdraw, you get stamina and strength to withdraw, you do fasting. So this is the method by which the day of the withdrawal from the indulgences is regulated, is given a shape to. It's given a shape. So this is what you should do. And that's carefully organized. It's another frame and boundaries, no doubt. It is again, you look like as if it's confining you. But that is a method, that's a step to arrive at full and void. Full and void. So when you withdraw from the indulgences, when you reject the indulgences, you not only increase your stamina and strength to reject, but you also arrive at something very equally beautiful, equally potent or more potent, more sophisticated, very refined, very subtle, and very colorful. But to be able to enjoy it, you must have the stamina to reject the indulgences. So therefore, it looks like a combat between indulgences on one side and rejection of indulgences on the other side. Sometimes even fantasizing or hallucination itself is an indulgence. It's a mental indulgence. So therefore, you got to reject that. Now that's also painful because you got to be totally aware of what's going on in your brain. Now that is called the wisdom. The practice of awareness of what's going on in your brain, in your mind. So to do this, you need a specific hand-holding, a specific prescribed circuit which may look confined and which may look a framework of fasting, prayers, worship, meditation, breathing techniques, yoga, and swadhyaya means to study how your brain is working by yourself. And they look like narrow channels, but don't worry about it. Do not exit that dimension because it's only looking a little bitter or a little painful in the beginning, but then it opens up. Through these narrow channels, it opens up a big dimension now of beauty of expansion, of relief. So every human being is seeking relief. Relief from what? From a pain. Pain is from where? From non-availability of ethereality. Because you've been indulging in that what's manifested and that's what's tangible, there is no exposure to ethereality. So ethereality is a relief. And through the relief, you can elevate, escalate yourself, elevate yourself, exalt yourself to the full and void. From where the source of pulsations begin. So, Guru Purnima, the combat part is between the indulgence on one side and the withdrawal. The method is enhancing your stamina and strength. And the objective is to arrive at full and void, which is total and complete. So this kind of education is perhaps the day of the Guru Purnima. So allow yourself to open up to the Guru Purnima, and thereby the Guru, who is an expert and who has a mastery over these channels, right from tangibility and manifestation on the one side, then the dimension of your thought process, and the dimension of the null and void, and the dimension of full and void, which leads the Guru is a manifestation, is an epitome of totality, completeness and fullness. Therefore, the Guru Purnima on a full moon night. So celebrate, enjoy, get the wisdoms, and relax and rejuvenate till the next Guru Purnima.